Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new PlayStation 5 tutorial. In today's video I'm going to show you how you can enable 120 frames per second on your PlayStation 5. The PlayStation can actually support up to 4K 120 FPS, but it has to be done under certain conditions, such as using HDMI 2.0 2.1, having a monitor that supports the 120 refresh rate, and the game that actually has the settings to support 120 frames per second. So first of all, we're gonna go ahead and take a look in the screen and video settings on our PlayStation 5. In resolution, you can see that you have an option to choose between 720, 180p and 2160p, which is equivalent to 4K. You can keep here 4K video transfer rate automatic, HDR also will be automatic, and then if you click on video output information, you can see that the PS5 is actually running at 4K 60 frames per second. And this is the default refresh rate that the PlayStation will be running. Now if we go for example into COD Cold War, we have an option that allows us to enable 120 refresh rate, but we have to disable something called ray tracing. So for example, if we disable ray tracing, we can see that 120 Hz refresh rate will result in a smoother experience. What you need to do to enable this is to set your PlayStation 5 to performance mode and actually have a TV that can support 120 Hz. On your regular television that you might have in your living room, you probably do not have 120 Hz refresh rate, but in case you do or you have a monitor plugged in the settings, go to save data and game app settings and then scroll to game presets. On game presets, you have something called performance mode or resolution mode. You're going to need to change it from game default to performance mode. This will give you the best performance, and I'm gonna let you know that it might result in your PlayStation 5 becoming louder. But when you do so, if you go back to Call of Duty, you can see that 120 Hz refresh rate is now enabled, and if we go to video output information, the PlayStation will be running 180p 120 Hz, and it really depends on the model of your monitor and if it can support it. 4K 120 Hz are not very common in the market so far, and most probably you'll be playing on 180p 120 Hz until the 4K becomes a more common and normalized resolution in the market. And there's one thing, that the 120 Hz might not be very stable at the moment because it's still very new to games, it's new to the console, so if you're experiencing problems, it should be fixed later on with updates on your PlayStation and updates within the same game that you're trying to play until other games start to offer you the 120 Hz option. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.